guys, Andy here. I have with me today my Google Home Mini that's just arrived. You may have seen I've done videos on Google Homes before. I have my sort of regular sized Google Home just down there behind me. This is the first Mini that I've ever played with, really. I saw them in the Google shop on Tottenham Court Road, but I don't really particularly play with it. I got a bit of a touch and that was it. So I'm going to tear away. So as you can see there, it says it's the chalk version. Oh, and there she is straight away. So what surprised me, that's quite hard. I don't know why, looking at it, I thought it looked kind of, I don't know, soft and spongy in some ways, I guess. There's quite a weight to it, actually. That is quite heavy. Nice rubberized bright red. Is that the colour? Oh no, blue at the bottom. Small and mighty, in fact, look. Google Home Mini is powered by Google Assistant. Ask it questions, tell it things to do. It's never been easier to get hands-free help in any room. And generally, I'd say that's true. Actually, there's some stuff here, look. It says you can ask it. I probably don't use mine as much as I could. There's lots of things I could ask it maybe that I don't sort of think to ask. Normally it's turn the lights off. Okay, turn the lights off.
There you go, turning Andy's lights off.
Not that you're really going to know because I've got my big lamp. See this side there? Okay, turn the lights on.
There you go, turning on Andy's lights.
You can see that. Let's put these. And the badunk you could hear is actually my Pixel sat down here beside me. It doesn't make a noise. You just speak. You probably saw the lights flashing as I'd activated it. Because I did the kind of unboxing of the Google Home. I did a pub quiz. That was quite interesting. Google Home versus Alexa. I'll try and remember to link the video to that one for you if you haven't seen it before. Spoiler. Skip ahead 10 seconds if you don't want to know what happens. Google Home won. Quite convincingly, which is part of the reason why I switched over to the Google Home. So we have here the Mini. Let's have a bit of a look around. So nice rubberized red base. We've got a mute switch there. So when you want to turn it off to stop it responding. So I might need to, when we've got this plugged in, I'll have to turn the home off so it's not responding as well. Micro USB. That's a little bit odd, I think. So why would you choose micro USB over USB Type C? I don't know why they would have done that. It's a little bit strange. All the phones are coming out with USB Type C chargers, and you're going to bring this another way. So yeah, the big kind of thing to notice is just the weight of it. Actually, quite a solid device. I wasn't expecting it to have that much weight to it. Let's get started. Can we tip things out? And all right, so there's the charging brick, which compared to the phone one, which seemed quite almost dainty, that's quite a lump really in some ways. And there we have the micro USB. I mean, I wonder if I can power it off my USB so we can just have it on the desk here and do some testing. Let's have a little look in the let's get started. I wouldn't imagine there's, oh, it's all different pieces. Plug it in, get the app. So I have got the app waiting here, and it's quite interesting. Obviously I've actually got two. Did I tell you? I've got two Google Homes now, one in the living room, one through here. So if we go into home control, you can see it's got the devices set. So assistants, bedroom home, living room home, got a Nest in the hallway, got a living room camera in the living room, and my Philips Hue lights in Andy's bedroom. So you can see there the bedroom, the hallway, and the living room, and you can see what's in the different things. You can add devices, move them around. We don't see, where do we see the groups? So there are groups set up. I'm not sure where I did it now actually, but I won't worry about it. But so you can set up a group, and I can say things like, hey G, play my funky playlist to entire flat. And all of the Google Homes will start playing the music at the same time, perfectly in sync. It sounded really good actually when I did do it. Get to know your Mini Home. So we might have, oh, here we go, so some actual controls. Now, okay, so left side volume down, right side volume up. We've got the mic switch that we've seen already. Tap to play or pause. There are some lights in there, which we'll see shortly. Tap to play or pause, long press to talk to your Google Assistant. Now, they had some issues with, I guess, the sensitivity of the fabric. This was kind of, I want to call it handmade, but that's not what I mean. They developed it themselves, the fabric that's going over the top, to allow the acoustics to come through, but to be sort of solid and to respond to the touch. But I guess it might just have been an early review unit. Someone was basically a reporter, noticed that it was sending back information, listening to almost everything he was saying, sending back like 1,000 different things a day, and because basically something within the fabric was triggering it to listen. I know there's some people, and maybe you're watching this thinking, oh, I don't know, I want a microphone that Google has listening to me all the time. I guess it's a trust thing. I do trust Google. I feel they're very open and honest. If I want, I can look up all of my voice searches over the last, well, probably even forever, I don't know. So you can see anything they're sending back. So this reporter, he noticed it and he looked up, he could see what was being sent back. So it wasn't underhanded and sneaky because it was all there for him to see. On the warranty, we won't worry about the warranty. Okay, so I guess give me a moment to at least try and plug it. I'm going to try and plug it into the USB my computer basically and see if that's enough power to actually power it, and we'll give it a go. We'll see what kind of the volume's like and the controls are like, and so I'll be back shortly. So what's happening? I've basically cut out a bit of a chunk there, or hopefully I'll remember to in my editing. I tried plugging it into the USB port from the computer hub, as I showed you, but then it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't connect. It kept telling me it can't connect to the Wi-Fi. So okay, let's plug into the mains to just see if that makes a difference. And it did make a difference. It's connected straight away. And I think we're now all set up, unless she tells me something different. I think we're set up, and as it says, you're ready to go. It's taken a minute, if not two, to like send over my voice model, so it would recognize me over other people. Let's just confirm the address. So you get to add different music services. I use Google Play Music. I think that, yeah, it says it's subscription active. That's fine. Almost finished. Yeah, that looks to be fine to me. Andy's bedroom speaker is ready. Now let's explore.
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant. I'm here to help. To learn a few things you can do, continue in the Google Home app.
Right, so, yeah, fine. It's really loud. Surprisingly loud. So what should we try? Hey Google, how do you say nice to meet you in Dutch?
Aangenaam kennis te maken.
Okay, I'm going to have to just trust that that's correct. Did you notice how obviously the phone reacted? The phone did a booding, but it very quickly realised that the Google Home was dealing with it, so it just went back to where we were. But I'm not sure. Hey Google, tell us a joke.
Okay, here you go. What music does Cheese listen to? R&B.
R&B. Okay, so the jokes aren't great, although I'm totally using that next week. Hey Google, what noise does a panda make?
A panda sounds like this.
You sure that wasn't a dolphin? Did you notice I turned the volume down so we can see somebody's ringing me. I'll be right back. Play my funky playlist.
Alright, your Google Play Music playlist called Funky. Here you go.
Hey Google, next track. Hey Google, set volume 3. pause. So I think that's quite interesting as well. When I had the volume at pretty much top volume, it seemed to still hear me quite well. I'm not sure I've always had that much response from the regular Google Home, but maybe since I've really tried, they've updated firmwares and things, and it's just better at picking out. I do remember them talking about the Google Home Max, like the big shoebox size speaker, and I remember hearing about people that went to the demo saying that the engineer almost stood in the corner and just kind of whispered, "Hey Google," and it heard it over the volume of the sound. So my plan is that I'm going to use this for a couple of days, and I'm going to finish this video off just giving any further thought on the Mini itself. But initial thoughts, sounds really good. Really impressed. For £34 they are at the moment. John Lewis, I got this from John Lewis, various other places. That's an amazing bike. Anyway, I'll come back and give a bit of a summary, well, with the magic of editing, in a couple of seconds. Hi guys, so I'm back. I have had the Google Home Mini set up in my room for a couple of days now, and actually for my purposes, it's kind of perfect in some ways, I suppose. I want to say my purposes, I assume different people are going to use a home product, be it mini or regular size, for different things. My use is, I love it for playing Netflix things on my TV, so I would literally just say, "Hey G, play Luther." Next thing, Luther's playing on my TV. The full command is, "Hey G, play Luther on Netflix on Andy's bedroom TV," or whatever you've named it. But I don't know if you have to set rooms up and stuff like that, and it just knows which TV is linked to which home. But you can then get away with just, "Hey G, play Luther." Love it for turning the lights on and off. When I go to bed at night, you can snuggle up and then just, "Hey G, turn the lights off." Or if I'm putting something on the TV, so I've just started Luther up, and then I say, "Hey G, dim the lights to 20%, and the lights come all the way down. Or obviously turn the lights off. So dimming the lights, another good one. I use it for my alarm clock, so I tell it to, "Hey G, set alarm for 6:15 a.m. or whatever time it might be that I need to get up in the morning. This is why I want one in the kitchen, so this one will probably go into the kitchen so I can set timers. So when I stick a pizza in the oven, as is the extent of my cooking, I can say, "Hey G, set a timer for 12 minutes. Now, the only problem, I suppose, or thing that I would love to see changed is if I set the timer in the kitchen, is I can kind of specify again to alert the group. So I've got a group set up called Entire Flat, which is in here, the living room, the kitchen. So I'd love to be able to set the alarm in there. I can come through here, and this one would alarm when the 12 minutes is up, because I'm not sure I would hear the kitchen one alarming. So that's, for me, so I have to I put the pizza in, I come through here and then set it on this one. But if I do go in and start watching TV in the living room again, am I going to hear this? So I would love to be able to set the alarm to, and maybe there is, if I can do that, please comment down below if that's possible. One that I don't really use and don't really need to use and probably won't need to use in the small flat is the broadcast. So you say, "Hey G, broadcast," and it's, what if I let's do it, "Hey Google, broadcast."
What's the message?
Just testing the broadcast system.
Okay, broadcasting now.
So that's going to be playing in the living room now. I don't know if my brother's in there or not. He might be thinking, "What the hell's going on?" But that's quite cool. If you've got a big house and you've got these in, I don't know, your kids' rooms or whatever, you can, "Hey G, broadcast, dinner's ready," stuff like that. So could be handy for some people. The other thing is just very good for answering questions. And again, I think I mentioned it earlier, but have a look. I'll try and remember to stick it up here. The pub quiz video I did of Google Home versus the Echo. So do watch that. The Home is really good at answering questions. Now, one thing I noticed specifically with the Mini, when I wanted to just move it somewhere on the desk, you instinctively grab it either side, and straight away you're activating the volume. So you have to remember to grab it top and bottom to move it around. It's also a little annoying. I think I mentioned obviously they had bugs with the whole having phantom touches in some ways and recording everything that people are saying, but that does mean that when your alarm's going off, you can't just tap it on the top to stop it. You have to, "Hey G, stop," or whatever it might be. So that's or you can't start a voice command by typing. That sometimes can be handy, especially if there's loud music playing. Having said that, I was quite impressed with how well it could hear me when it was playing music at a loud volume, and it is surprisingly loud. If you turn her all the way up. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 9:51.
that's pretty loud. When you're playing music, there isn't a lot of the bass. So the reason I said it works actually really well for me and my purposes, I don't generally listen to music in my room a lot. If I do, it's probably going to be out of my computer. It's got some quite good speakers, or I've got a pretty good soundbar with a separate bass unit. I probably wouldn't play it from there. I might cast it, I suppose, but again, you can cast it from the Mini. You don't need the regular sized home. What does sound quite good is when you've got two regular sized homes, or I've had the regular sized home and the Mini in the same room, and you set the group up and you record and you play. Sorry, that's when you've got the collective volumes going. That's pretty good. So that's one thing to bear in mind. You might want to buy a load of Minis, have them all, have like 8 of them around your bedroom, perhaps. And then it might sound quite good, although you're probably still not going to have the bass. So all in all, actually, I think it's really good. If playing music is what you need to go for the regular sized one, or even wait for the Max, which is going to be a lot more expensive, maybe kind of £400. If you just want an assistant to control the different things like lights and your heating, I didn't mention that one. Hey G, set hallway temperature to 21 or whatever, or make it warmer, or I'm cold, I think even works. If you just want the voice commands and the interaction, this is perfect. And for £34, that is, I don't know how long it's going to stay at that price. So you might be watching this video, I don't know, in a month's time, and it's gone back up to £50. Even at £50, it's still a good buy. But £34, it's almost silly not to buy one or even two. I've got no use for another one, but I kind of, at that price, I almost want to buy one. So I think they're really good. I do favour Google Home over the Echo, just because of its ability to answer questions. Again, watch the pub quiz. It's just a lot better if you just need information. If you're a parent that's got kids that are doing homework, they're probably going to be a lot better off with a Google Home than an Amazon Echo. There you go. Those are my thoughts. Do let me know yours in the comments down below. But for now, my name's Andy, and I'll catch you all again soon. You made it all the way to the end. Well done. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do subscribe by clicking the little fella over on this side of the screen. You might also want to check out the other videos. Should be just there. Check out my website as well, androidandy.uk, made by me. I'm learning HTML and PHP, so hopefully it's functional. But I'll see you again in the next video.